In the last 4 years, I took a break from gaming. With the bad industry practices like broken AAA launches and microtransactions, I decided to take a step back. Recently, I got back into the gaming space with anticipation of game releases like Ghost of Yotai, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Death Stranding 2, Expedition 33, and GTA 6. As you guys may have seen on the channel, I got myself an RTX 4080 Super for my gaming PC, and I've been having a blast with it. Since then, I got a 1440p 27-inch 240Hz OLED monitor, new RGB lighting for the setup, and a PS5 Slim. With all that tech that I purchased to enhance my gaming experience, I still decided to play games looking like this. And this is why I bought a Steam Deck. I was able to snag a 1TB OLED Steam Deck for 650 Canadian dollars. This was a steal compared to the MSRP of 800 Canadian dollars plus tax. The Steam Deck is available in 3 different tiers. There's the 250GB tier, the 512GB tier, and the 1TB tier. Apparently, the 250GB version is the only version with an LCD screen. The 512GB and the 1TB tier have the glorious OLED screen. In my opinion, the best value is in the middle. If 500GB of storage is not enough for you, you can always pop in a micro SD card and get more space for your games. This way, you get to save on the cost of buying a 1TB Steam Deck, but you still have that extra storage space for your games. From my experience, owning a 1TB Steam Deck is a little bit overkill. Oh, wait, before we move on with the video, I just want to let you guys know, there's actually a browser on the Steam Deck, and you can use it to go on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. So if you're enjoying the video so far, subscribe to the channel and leave a like so we can maybe know what type of videos I should continue making. So yeah, if you have a Steam Deck, go on YouTube and subscribe. If not, then do it on your laptop. The used market for the Steam Deck is actually pretty decent. The only way you can buy a Steam Deck right now is through Steam. The Steam Deck can play most high-end AAA games, but you're gonna have to play them looking like this. This is definitely a far cry from the experience I get when I play games on my 4080 Super. If you plan on playing games on the Steam Deck with max settings and high frames, you'll be very disappointed. Some games run well at 60 frames when they are well optimized, but other games struggle to hit 30. Get used to lowest setting options and low frames and a 900p resolution. It is safe to say that you aren't buying this thing because of how well it runs games. If you're using the Steam Deck as your main device, you are going to be disappointed when it comes to fidelity. The Steam Deck is a very good companion device, but I wouldn't use this as a main way to PC gaming. This doesn't hold all the benefits of PC gaming, but it does hold some, and the graphics or performance is not one of them. So if you're buying the Steam Deck, maybe not use it as your main device, but as a secondary device or as a mainly handheld device, this is actually pretty decent. I love playing Cyberpunk on my Steam Deck, but when I'm playing Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck, this is how it looks. And compare that to how it looks when I'm playing on my full-fledged PC, you're gonna be asking me, why am I actually playing on a Steam Deck? Same thing when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows. I love playing it with the Steam Deck, but again, when I compare it to how it looks when I'm playing on my PC, it looks night and day. The graphics on the Steam Deck is serviceable, but on the full-fledged PC is completely amazing. The Steam Deck works great with a lot of games. You can essentially run any games you want. It's very easy to be deceived by the official Steam Deck verification badge. A lot of games that are not Steam Deck verified can still run on the deck. There are some third-party apps that actually take advantage of the user input and can actually give you a more precise reading on if the game can actually run on the Steam Deck or even how well it runs on the Steam Deck. In the world of PC gaming, we are plagued with third-party launchers. These launchers are essential to run certain games. Uplay, EA App, Rockstar Games Launcher, a lot of them are very popular launchers on PC. Some launchers only take a few seconds to set up on the Steam Deck, but some will require you to follow a tedious and long tutorial to install and get the game running, like the Rockstar launcher. But all of that headache is actually kind of worth it just so you can get your games on the go. The Steam Deck's portability is a mixed bag. It is portable when you compare it to something like a tablet, but comparing to something like a Nintendo Switch, it is pretty big. The Steam Deck doesn't have any removable parts, so the controllers, the screen is all in one. You're gonna have to have everything fit the whole Steam Deck. That's why the case of the Steam Deck is pretty large. And also, it's pretty limited on where you can keep your Steam Deck. You can't fit into your pocket because, again, the controllers are embedded into the device, and it's pretty hard to just put it in your backpack because it has analog sticks that you don't want to break. So your best bet is to use the included cover or included case that comes with it. But in terms of being able to use the Steam Deck in different places, it is very, very easy. The best part about the Steam Deck is that it's just easy to use. You set it up, turn it on, and you can play your games. Not having to worry about installing updates or making sure that everything is up to date or having that clunkiness of using a PC with the Windows and going into Steam. This makes the gaming experience a lot better, especially when you're on the go. Hassle-free gaming is actually very easy to obtain with the Steam Deck. But I gotta give credit to the software. So the SteamOS is actually the main part of why the Steam Deck actually works well in a portable platform. So yeah, that's why I bought the Steam Deck. It's just a very convenient way of playing all my favorite PC games at a different location without having to bring a whole rig or bring a whole portable gaming laptop. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I do videos on anything tech related that I enjoy. So if you want to see any more videos, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment what you think about the Steam Deck, if it's good, if it's worth it, or maybe you should get the competitors, so like the ROG Ally and the Legion Go. So yeah, see you guys on another video. Peace.